Welcome guys. On today's training, I just want to teach you how to use your yang kick correctly. And in Chun, we have many ways in using our yang kick. But it does depend on the distance between you and your opponent. And if you want to use your yang kick to your opponent core like this, so if you are from here, from this distance, it will be very easier for you to use your front leg. Use your front leg for yang kick like this. So, and I want you to watch how I use that. So you just go like this and you now go like that. You stamp your opponent, but you have to do a thorough training. You have to do a lot of training. You need in order to be able to use that correctly whenever you want to use it against your opponent, right? And it's going to make your yang kick more effective if you are using it. So if you are using it, just go like this. So that's that. So just go like that. So, and I want you to watch how I stand with my son, with my student, right? So, but if you want to use the back leg for that yang kick, the distance will be too much. Or else you are going to step front like this. So you step front with that. So that's that about that. So there is difference between you using this front leg from yang kick and back leg for yang kick. So if you want to use your back leg for yang kick, so that means that your opponent have to a little bit move back. So this distance, so it's going to be very effective on your opponent because your opponent is very far from you, right? So if you want to go with this, so it will be very easier for you to go with for that. So just go like this. So that is that about that. I hope you can see that clearly. So if you want to apply your yang kick to your opponent from far, so you have to use your back leg for that yang kick. So like this. So you step out with it, so to make it more effective. So now you can now do anything else you want to do. But if you are using front yang kick, so that means that your opponent is a little bit closer to you, right? But not too close, because if your opponent is too close, you will not be able to go for this, or else you are going to use your neck up strike. So because if your opponent is too close to you, so maybe your hand and your opponent can easily reach each other, right? So you have to go for neck up strike because you are too close to each other. But if you are from this distance, right, so you can go with this. So sorry. So and that is going to move, you go to push your opponent away. So that is on front yang kick, and that is on the middle of your opponent, right? And that is going to be more effective on your opponent. But if you don't want to go for your opponent here, so you can easily go for your opponent leg like this. But if you want to go for your opponent leg, so you have another method to go for that. So you just go like this. So just go like this. So just go like this. So you just go with that. So you go for your opponent leg like that. So your opponent chin or your opponent neck up. So go for your opponent neck up. So you go for your opponent neck up. So that's that about that. I hope you can understand that and you can see that clearly. But if you are applying on your opponent core, right, so you go like this. So if your opponent is too far, is a little bit far from you, so you can easily go with this. So and you step out. Even you can withdraw back if you decide to withdraw back with that. So just go like this. So just go like that. So that is that about that. So that's the power of Wing Chun kick. So now, if you are not done with that, if you are through with that, so you can easily now go for here. So you use this. Use side of your kick to your opponent core like this. So it's quite different from using this. So you use this. So and meanwhile, if you are applying that, make sure you are using your heel. You are using your heel to hit your opponent like this. So not your feet. So your heel, if you want to apply, so you use your heel. So if you are using this also, you use your heel. So to create an effective hit on your opponent like that. So that is that about that. So now, if you now want to go sideways like this, so you have to go here. So if your opponent is applying from long distance, so you go with this. So you go with that. So I hope you can see that. So you go. So you go with that. So you go with that. So but if you want to step out, so just go like this and you step out. So that is that about that. And if you are using the front leg, like that means that your opponent is a little bit close to you, but not too close, right? So you just go like this. So you just go like this. because I don't want to use the full force on my students, right? So you just go with that. So just go there. So just go with that. So so you just apply it like that, and in same direction you can apply on your opponent kneecap like this also, or your opponent chin, to stop your opponent so you to stop your opponent moving close to you. So that is that about that. I hope you can see that clearly, you can understand it right. And if you want to if you want to know more about my Wing Chun technique, or about this technique in full details, hit me up at the comment section, and I'll be right here to tell you how you can join my personal learning journey, in which I'm going to teach you everything in full details without holding anything back. So that is that about that. Keep on liking, keep on subscribing, keep on following. Peace and out.